Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Victoria 3. Welcome back to our Serbian Principality under the Prince, Alexander Karađorđević. I hope I did it right this time. I'm getting help, I'm really glad for this with the pronunciation, however, probably I'm still doing it wrong, and in the moment when it counts I can't look it up parallel. So I hope I didn't make a huge mistakes again. Anyways, we are back in 53 here with our Serbian Principality, still part of the Ottoman market, or realistically speaking, a protectorate of the Ottomans. And yeah, we're waiting for the momentum, to be honest, to erect a proper enough economy on the one side, but also, of course, for the momentum that diplomatically allows us to really get rid of their overlordship. And we almost had it before. I mean, they pretty much hate it, to be honest. But yeah, and you know, if you followed this one closely, let's get going, by the way, that I was trying it before in a separate multiverse. And actually the French were, the British were joining the Ottomans in this one. And therefore it was pretty hard for me, to get anything done, or we got overrun, and this ruined kind of the playthrough, so that's why we're back in a still a peaceful timeline. At least not for us, not for Austria though. Who did they fight again? The Germans and the Scandinavians, right? They were fighting alongside, okay. Anyways, we passed the migration controls, which is good, since this allows some kind of, we had closed borders, this allows any kind of a migration to Serbia. However, as long as we still do have, with homesteading now, we actually, as long as the Ottomans basically still have served them, it's not like all the other cultures can easily move towards us. But actually, let's have a quick look what we want to do next. Professional army. The rule folk is not a big fan. I don't want to cause too much radicalization or havoc right now. This would be something, to be honest. In racial segregation, it's 50 minus. It allows us basically to have other cultures than the Serbs in our country, and I think, given the Albanians, Bosniaks, here they will be accepted. Right? They have, I mean, as long as they are not Muslim. On the other hand, we're in the era of nationalism a little bit, and we haven't even gained a place for the Serbs themselves and I guess we're craving for a Serbian entity. So at the moment, I think this is a little bit odd. Actually, it doesn't make too much sense right now. Also, freedom. We're still doing the Orthodox thing, right? National Guard, maybe. Actually, this is a good idea. This just helps us. Strengthens a little bit officers and servicemen, but helps us also in conscription rate and against problems. I thought it also lowers the cost for military goods. Maybe this has changed. I think that's a good one. Let's go for National Guard. I think since nobody really dislikes it, this can help us. And should be having stalling 0%, actually no opposition at all. This will help us definitely. Yeah, and on the other hand, we just have to observe how the worldwide political climate is going on. We do still have our diplomatic defensive pact with the Papal State, yeah. But don't forget, if we go for independence, we have to support basically of a huge alliance over here. It shouldn't be a big deal as long as the Brits are staying out or other big members. Yeah. The thing is, I also figured last time that, as I told you, that the market was just so bad and we are isolated kind of over here, that I definitely want to have some kind of baseline economy available, but I guess actually if this is done and we also increased our army a bit, we might be ready for independence movement. We shall see. Also don't want to wait too long and just like sit here and make you wait. Let's go to 4, by the way. Yeah, well, I mean, let's have a quick look once again on our agenda. Nation formation, Serbian Empire, Yugoslavia. I don't know, guys. What you're fancying? I think the Serbian Empire came along with the mod, while Yugoslavia is an essential part of Victoria already. The main difference is Skopje, I guess, down here. I mean, I would go for Skopje the next time we fight for independence, surely. I mean, almost not almost. There's absolutely no Serbians living in here. Nevertheless, it can be Serbified, I guess. With Albania, I'm not sure. Albania as a puppet would be also interesting. Same with... Actually, here in Bosnia we have a majority of Serbs. Wow, doesn't look like... No, this absolutely fooled me here, this diagram, but interesting. Slight majority of Serbs. I mean, and Bosnia has to be taken, I guess, for sure. And put under direct rule, even. Are we having some kind of migration now, actually? In the Ottoman Empire, receive immigrants from states and other... Are we not having migration right now? Not really. Wow. And here they're moving out to Dogu Trakya. I mean, I guess, like, not the one that are suppressed. Southern Serbians, no. So far, no... Dogu Trakya. Yeah, so far no movement or migration apparently from other Turkish countries. Migration. Okay, they would have been surprised if we had such a high one. Bosnia definitely not. There has Bosniaks migrating to London. Okay, that's not good. And here we have Finnish Swedish people. Yeah, what a surprise, the Balkan is not really favored by migration, even though northern Serbia looks pretty good right now. And also, don't forget, we have, a surprisingly, like, in a standard of living wise, when you look on the map, we are the pearl of the Balkans right now. Belgradians are doing pretty well. They enjoyed some kind of growth recently. As you see, like, basically all kinds of industries. People are employed, almost no unemployment, almost no farmers. So northern Serbia is doing pretty well. Ah, now we're getting migrants from Bosnia, by the way. That's great, because, I mean, in the end we want to take over Bosnia, of course, but this is the direct effect now of having migration controls instead of no closed borders, what we had before. Now we have people coming from other Ottoman states into the country. Discord with the rule fork. An influential faction within the rule fork has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of National Guard. No, we don't want to strengthen the intelligentsia necessarily. I think this is fair enough. Yeah, this default event should help us passing this one even quicker. New Patriarch in Antioch. Okay, the Swedes and the Spaniards are taking Ottoman artillery, okay. To Sicily supports Italian unification. Oh. But who do they support, themselves, or how is this to be understood? I mean, they're the only ones not being in the Ottoman protectorate, I guess, so for this reason... What? Where's this coming from? They expelled our diplomats? That rarely happened ever before to me as a AI, by the AI. Where would they stand right now? They kind of don't like the... looks like minus 116 is strong, but... From fighting great power, are they... Wait, who are they fighting? Are they... Is the Ottomans a great power or what? How is this working? Oh yeah, they are. That's surprising, I didn't expect them to be so strong. I mean, we number 13 actually, we probably got like the event that gave us a little bit of a boost. Nice, we have education on 3 now. With the writer writing in favor of the new legislation or something like this. This was probably what happened to me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm while just staring at the map and listen a bit to the music and getting a little bit confused by the Heidi am Siegerkranz in the background. It's like the yeah, it's the English anthem in the end, and it's God Save the Queen in German. And I think was it our national anthem? I think it was, at least during the German Empire, some kind of unofficial anthem. Now I'm feeling a little bit insecure, but I think our current one was also already in place in German Empire. However, I just feel like by constantly listening to these old marches, I like it as an extension to the base game, but I go a little bit crazy. Let's see. A minor scandal has buzzed around the Liberal Party as a piece of reformist fiction written by Avram Pedronicevic. Pedronicevic? Oh god, let me know what I'm doing wrong or right in this one. In his youth has begun to circulate once more. Whilst enthusiastically written, that is the work's only merit. The plague of superstition and dogma was the end of Serbia? If it is so, why are the trains still running? How could they possibly have acquired the coal to fuel it? Your propensity to butcher your characters for cheap tragedy is nothing short of shameful. And to make matters worse, why would Victor ever not pursue Astrid's affection when they have known each other for so long? Do you have no eye for redeeming romance? Okay. Who is he actually? A Democrat? Yeah, it's his problem, not the parties, exactly. As I remember, the Karađorđević are kind of, even though we are the landowners, we are reformers and we're supporting somehow the liberals. So yeah. Oh, we can get a royal marriage for our son, I guess, Milan Karađorđević. Let's do it. Are we wedding with the Greeks from Wittelsbachs or with Moldavas? No. A member of the Greek house of von Wittelsbach would be fitting. Yeah. Of course, I'm happy to have a Bavarian lady over here. Royal wedding helping us with either more influence or popularity. I think we could use some more actually. For 20 years, yeah, come on. Should be helpful. What is actually... keep on forgetting what it actually means. I think some more legitimacy, I guess. And attraction probably for the interest groups. And the influence, sure, but we do have enough. Wow, these maniacs! How dare they to expel our diplomats? What have we done to the Brits? How did they hate us suddenly? We're trying to. We are trying to reform here. We're doing liberal course and so forth, and you wankers are just for no reason. Okay, maybe for standing with the. I'm taking just this one. Maybe for they like just blind or stand with the Ottomans. Still, I'm a little bit disgusted by these British moves. We have the draft. Okay, this is definitely from the mod. So, during a meeting with Prince Karađorđević, nationalist politician Ilija Garasinin has presented him. Garasinin, I guess. Has presented him and his court with an ambitious design, the restoration of the Serbian Empire through union with the South Slavs currently under the Ottoman thumb. Drawing heavily from the writings of Polish diplomat Adam Jerzy Czartoryski, Garasinin has put forward the idea of Yugoslavic union. Further inspired by nationalism imported from the West, he has condensed his ideas into a plan named Načertanije, or the draft. My son, Ilija, has long desired to be accepted into state service and be given a post for which he is prepared, provided that your highness decides to grant him that honor. M. Garasinin to Prince Miloš, 1833. He wasn't mentioned yet, so... Ilija Garasinin. Okay, this is noble plan for the Balkans. If we are the Yugoslav unification leader, eligible Yugoslav nations may seek union with us. Okay, so this is interesting. But in the end, we're the only one, right? So this is probably new. From what I understand, I guess it brings in the same mechanics for... By the way, we're having such high costs these days. The same mechanics for Serbia or Yugoslavia as for Italy and Germany, I assume. Serbian heartlands. Serbia may be free from direct rulership from the port, but there remain countless populations trapped beyond our borders. We must see them reunited with the Serbian state. Consisting of the lands north of the river Vardar and stretching as far as Macedonia to the south and Bosnia to the west, the conquest of the lands of old Serbia has become a rallying cry for Serbian nationalists. Ah, because we got nationalism, now it's coming up. And we gain a claim on Skopje, that's great. Making it easier for us actually to expand later. I was formulating this one anyway, so my nationalism, my Serbian nationalism was a little bit ahead of time, but only a little bit. Yeah, great at these days. Today I'm not the biggest fan of Serbian nationalism though. Nevertheless, let's not drift towards the future. The bishop takes black pawn. And a soiree for the Conservative Party's wealthiest supporters, Danilo Petrovic began a long-winded rant about the merits of slavery and discrimination. As you can plainly see, the development of the skull is directly tied to the civility of a man. One can assuredly determine his fitness for good society by the proper measurement of his circumference. And how do you intend to prove that a man does his thinking with his bones? As I said, you can determine a man's fitness for good society by properly measuring his skull. Yeah, good. People are entitled to their opinions, even if they're wrong. Yeah, come on, I'm not supporting skull measuring freaks out there. You know, even in the time, it's a different thing, of course. We have a new journal entry here, Načertanije. The South Slav people have been present throughout the Balkans for over a millennium. While we have been divided by times and dialects, the plan draws inspiration from the Risorgimento, calling for unifying the South Slavs under one crown. If we are the Yugoslav unification leader and have researched pan-nationalism, bordering Yugoslav nations may seek union with us. Okay, this is later. I mean, this essentially means we have to release them. This seems to be... yeah... I'm gonna not hit this one right now. The Austrian ones, because we don't want them now. And we need them still as a potential partner for the moment, but later, of course. I guess this is something like the mechanics for... or not the mechanics, like inspired by the build-up for World War I, I guess, and the Serbian nationalists in Bosnia and so forth. So in Austrian areas we would support them. Let's see what this does. Yeah, this one we didn't get definitely for. Or provoke rebels in the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, let's do... we can do both. They have something going on. Oh, okay, we can only do one of these things. Oh, we have this one. With support, Yugoslav radicals in Bosnia have begun organizing civil demonstrations across the state in the hopes of furthering the Yugoslavist cause. Oh yeah. There are at least 5 million people who speak the same language, but by religion they can split into 3 groups. Only the first 3 million call themselves Serb, but the rest will not accept the name. Yeah. The rest will be probably, I guess, Bosniaks and Croats, or Croats and Slovenes. Vuk Karadžić, 1849. Diplomatic incident. A little bit of infamy for us, but it's okay. Bosnian revolutionist thought. Why can we not... we have nationalist agitation. Okay, this is yeah, something that I should look into next time. Can we get the National Guard? Oh, now things are happening very quickly. Let me have a quick look over the modifiers. Okay, in 3 years we can go back to it and actually... go for that one. Okay, and here we actually need Skopje. Okay, that's interesting. So this is still something I feel like we have to decide in between. I think these are... I don't know if they both work at the same time. It's more like the decision either a more nationalistic Serbian empire or the... I assume, or the other one, or the Yugoslavian, what we prefer. We're trying to... What is our next ambition actually over here? Is there something we really badly need to do? I mean, going to interventionism would be nice, or to laissez-faire. But we have nobody supporting that one. So yeah, we need to get away from agorism. Industrialists, can we get them somehow into government? In a very... yeah... is still legitimate, right? Let's try it. We want to industrialize a bit. This is something nice right now. Can be done. Could be done. This affair is really hated, at least by the rule fork. They're not super... I would rather probably go towards... Capitalists have less... We have a couple of capitalists already in the country, right? And it's growing and growing. What's our investment pool looking like? Wow, 9.8 million. Actually, laissez-faire would be even not that stupid. Now we got them into the government, and now I'm hesitating if I want to get this or not. What else is possible over here? Yeah, but in the end, yes, let's do it. Come on, that's what we wanted. That's what we're going for. Oh, even something. Oh, this is even more interesting. Interesting that land-based taxation is mainly from the peasantry, combination income per capita taxes. This is so much more modern. Yeah, we're missing definitely out on this. Only the landowners don't like it. Or proportional. The proportionals are a little bit too insane right now, right? Taxes disproportionately tax the poor through a combination of income and per capita taxes. Yeah, I think I'm going towards this one since it's just widely liked around our population as a preparation for further changes. Also, we have a little bit of a deficit. But to be honest, when I hope that the taxation changes, what are we missing right now? Contribution efficiency, that's okay. I probably will also be able to lower the taxes to at least normal ones. That would be nice. But okay. In the meantime, something has changed that suddenly catapults our... Oh no, it was just for a second. Okay. Let's wait before I lower taxes too early and do that, yeah. Oh, corporate chart, that's interesting. Also done very soon. Contagious Diseases Act. The Orthodox Church in Montenegro, led by George Isakovic, are demanding that the government take a stance on prostitution. They request the enforcement of laws that allow police to detain women suspected of being prostitutes and lock hospitals on the grounds that they spread venereal disease. These fallen women are an affront to moral propriety. They must be contained and treated lest they spread their sinful diseases across the nation. No, these laws are inhumane. No, but actually, birth rate, we don't want to lose that. We don't want to lose that, and we have just a little bit, okay, and enact a Contagious Disease Act. So Montenegro is going to suffer a bit from this one, in the lower strata, but yeah, don't have such filthy hookers, I guess. That's the solution. I'm sorry, guys. If you're a filthy hooker, don't get yeah, I'd rather shut up. I'd rather shut up, indeed. What can I do over here still? Is there anything good for us? We could actually fire out also a greener grass campaign. Just let's see if this gets us some more migrants actually from other places than our... Yeah, still from Bosnia. At one point we're going to take over... but people are leaving Bosnia in general. Diplomatic ties with Bavaria lost, okay. Is there... How long are our diplomats expelled from the UK? Here we still have no... Are they free already? Still not. Sardinia, Piedmont being an Ottoman protectorate, I still can't believe that the European society allowed that at this time of the 19th century. Deep philanthropy. Okay, we have two things to come in. First, the upper strata have decided to donate generously to the poor. Many among them even advocate for the per capita taxation law, agreeing that it would be a fair means of redistributing wealth. We have so much and they have so little. We are still wealthy even when they give generously. Are you really going to miss a few £1,000s? Think of how little that money means to you and how much it could mean to a starving mother and their children. Yes, definitely. Encourage charitable giving, most certainly. Yeah, would be nice in these days too, right? If you had the super rich thinking like this. This is one of the few things where actually, but this is a strong thesis of mine, where I think that religion is missing in our society, since it was a moral burden, or like even the extremely powerful and rich were thinking more in religious patterns and maybe having more of these, let's call it moral decency. At the same time, of course, the poor were extremely poor, and it was a different time than today. Like, at least in the Western world, I guess being poor is something else than this back in the day. Well, just some thought basically. Today I'm chatty, what's happening? Yeah, anyways, we have companies whose assets and incomes are separate from their own owners and investors, thereby mitigating personal risk while encouraging entrepreneurship. Alright, we can get a company out, and yeah, we could get it to Northern Serbia premium metals right away. But is this Serb Minerals Inc? Now we need more Serb metalwares. Do we have a... These I think seem to be all generic ones. How much? We need 5, but how many? We have 4 here. I mean, we can nationalize, right? Why can I only do... Oh yeah, I have to wait. If I wanted to get the... Are they really very profitable? Here's this is an original one, but a weapon one is not. It's really not that great right now. I think I would potentially actually go with the Serb Minerals Inc. Especially since the coal mines are so profitable, right? Fertilizer plants or steel mills. I think we will never be the super heavy industry country. Yeah. Let's have a quick... I mean, at the same time... Yeah, before we do anything, let's get them out. There will be... This can change quickly. We do have a steel mill. We also have only one fertilizer, and I guess over time it just depends with the prices of the coal and the steel, on the iron right now. And we have more out here. Let's establish these guys. Yes. Okay, there we go. The North Serbian premium metal. All fully situated here in Belgrade, okay. And they own 5 iron mines right now. Let's have an eye on them, not that they run bankrupt to some extent. You could substitute them. Let's maybe export some iron to somewhere where it makes sense. Modena, okay. And do we want to push here in this direction directly and continue in this central archives? Pharmaceuticals. Yeah, pharmaceuticals would be nice, so we can even increase our health. Yeah, we need more population over a long time, so let's go for those guys. Those guys, this tag, I mean. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm lost a little bit in my thoughts apparently today, and getting philosophical and blah blah blah, so I guess you're used to it by now. Pseudo-philosophical, of course. Nothing of big relevance here. But at least you guys are watching it, so that's nice. That's what unites us. Alright, I guess I'm going to finish this year and then 1854 this time, and then we shall see where we go. Sultan grants tax breaks, has balked the protest and proposed taxations in the Balkan. This has reduced his standing at home, okay. Unrest over here. Still expelled diplomats from the UK. How's our company doing? Is it building up some wealth? Oh yeah, now it's going up. That's good. I mean, any realistic planning for us in terms of companies is pretty hard, since you know, we are still in the Ottoman market, so it's not our own, doesn't really represent our own economy. I mean, ours is growing and growing really nicely, and our industrialization helping us a lot in comparison to the rest of... actually, Turks are not doing that bad around Istanbul. I'm impressed. I normally see that they're having quite a standard of living over here. They damage relations, that's excellent, that's what we want. But yeah, still we have this market that depends so hardcore on the Ottomans by now. It's hard to say for us what makes sense or what makes not so much sense, because also with the prices that are very volatile and fluctuating within the market, also of course the profitability of our companies will fluctuate. So therefore, yeah, I had to make it choose these guys at the moment, the premium metal company, maybe just by the name and the availability, and we shall see where this leads to. Seems like we're having some issues over here, a drought in northern Serbia, but it's like a drought in Hungary and Romania, I guess. Yeah, I mean, per se, I like the fluctuations of nature events because they played a huge role also in the past, that they are in the game, but still I feel like they come a little bit random, and in the end we don't really react to them anyways, but maybe that's how it's supposed to be, that you just bring some background alterations and sometimes different situations. But yeah, the drought in December, I find this a little bit weird, and also playing Germany at some point I had like hard droughts or something here in the Scandinavian areas where I feel like, yeah, sure, you can have that, but yeah. And by babbling about weather phenomena, I actually passed at the moment. I wanted to leave you guys today, and I think here we are in the beginning of 1855 already. Kind of, yeah, I mean, I was about to say it's an unspectacular episode, but actually Načertanije here opened up completely new possibilities and a new, at least, narrative to our story. So actually a big one. So I hope you liked it, and I also hope you liked my weird excursus, or yeah, blah 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 here and there today. If not, yeah, punish me in the comments if you liked it. Praise me in the comments, of course. Anyways, I'm happy for any commentary. Let me know what you think. Also, my pronunciation is obviously still to be improved. Apart from this, of course, if you haven't yet, it would be simply fantastic if you leave me a like and subscription to support my work a little bit, and that you don't miss any further new episodes. Thank you so much for this. And then, most importantly, see you next time in the next episode, when we can continue towards Balkan domination, but hopefully first some independence at some point. Yeah, see you then. Bye, your Strategy Wolf.